Hello students, I am Sayandeep Ghosh and today we are going to learn more about the rectifiers in lecture 3. In the previous lectures we have learned about the working of a rectifier using the single phase half wave rectifier, and we have seen its performance with the resistive load as well as with the RL load. Now you can see over there, if you just notice very carefully, that the output voltages were DC, but it was discontinuous and contains harmonics. Okay, but an ideal rectifier is a power processor that will convert the AC signal into a DC signal with minimum amount of harmonics. So there must be, the harmonics must be very much reduced, and along with that it should also maintain the input current as sinusoidal as possible and in phase with the input voltage, so that it works with the unity power factor. Okay, so considering this desired processing of the rectifier, we will judge the performance of a rectifier based on some of the performance parameters. Some parameters have been set to judge the performance of a rectifier. As you can see now over here, consider Fp any instantaneous value of voltage or current associated with the rectifier circuit. So if F is the instantaneous value of anything of either voltage or current, then you can simply find out the average value, the RMS value. We have done this in the earlier lecture. The form factor, just the ratio of the RMS and the average. The ripple factor. Now this one is very important. Ripple factor is a measure of the deviation of your output voltage from an ideal DC. So this value gives you an indication that how much your output waveform is deviating from an ideal DC. Okay. This one is the fundamental component. Obviously, since you have a waveform containing the several harmonics, so how much fundamental component is present over there and what is its value, it is very important to know that. So we just find out the fundamental component by the Fourier transform method. This one is the crest factor. This is just the peak to peak ripple divided by the RMS value. You have the distortion factor, which is also the ratio of the fundamental voltage and the RMS voltage of the output waveform. And the lastly is the total harmonic distortion. Now this is also very important because it gives you a measure of how much harmonics distortion has been occurred or present in your output voltage, output current, anything. And here, just if you just notice very carefully, here it is a summation of the different ratios of the harmonic voltage or the value of the harmonic component divided by the value of the fundamental component. Okay. Next comes with the input power factor. Obviously it is the power factor is the ratio with the actual power input to the rectifier by the apparent power input to the rectifier. So the input power factor is also very important, as I have told earlier that in the rectifier it tries to maintain the input current as sinusoidal as possible and in phase with the input voltage, so that it works in the unity power factor. And lastly you have the displacement factor, which is the cos phi. Basically displacement factor is the angle between the fundamental component of the input current and the input voltage. Okay, so just clear it out. The displacement factor is the angle between the fundamental component of the input current and the input voltage. So these are the few parameters which are very important in order to estimate the performance of a rectifier. So just here is a bit of brain work for you. You know that how the half wave rectifier works with the RL load. In the previous lecture we have done that. So you just apply these formulas and apply these methods, and you find out the performance parameter for this half wave rectifier with the RL load. Okay, so I hope you will enjoy. Thank you.